let's do a quick intro
Okay.
and not like do the whole thing. But
Okay.
welcome back to another episode of Just Drawz. We're going to continue our Q&A session from before.
Okay.
And so we're just going to get right on into those questions today.
Okay.
And we can just do this as like a little bonus.
Okay. Okay. All right.
All right. So let me pull this up.
So we probably still need to introduce ourselves.
Yes.
What's up, everybody? You've tuned in to Just Drawz, the podcast that explores hot topics and various experiences among same-gender loving Black men. In each episode, we offer raw, vulnerable, and stripped-down perspectives to give voice to our frequently overlooked population. Here, we don't just scratch the surface, we dive deep, peeling back the layers of our experiences as well as heteronormative stereotypes. Let's get into this week's episode.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Just Drawz, where we keep it vulnerable,
Raw and stripped down.
and authentically.
Just us.
All right. I'm Jeff.
And I'm Darius, aka DMC.
So grab a drink,
Or keep your hands on the wheel.
readjust your support.
And let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're going to get right to the point. So we're doing a special episode right now. We're answering our your questions from our earlier Q&A that we did not get to. So we'd like to take the opportunity to answer some of those questions right quick.
And that Q&A we did last season. So if you go back and listen to one of the latter episodes in that season 2, when we were together again, we did a Q&A episode. So that's what we're just going to kind of pick off. Since we're together again,
Yes,
we might as well, Janet Jackson together again. So we might as well just kind of go through some of these questions again. So you want to start or you want me to start?
You go ahead and
All
take
right, let's do this. All
Yeah.
right, so directly or indirectly, who are the people who have inspired you?
Funny you mentioned Miss Janet Jackson.
Okay.
So yeah, that woman inspired me. And
To be a pleasure principal.
one of my favorite videos by her.
I know it.
But yeah, she inspired me actually because I kind of looked at her as being the successful baby of the family, and I'm the baby of the family.
Okay.
And so I kind of felt like I just kind of like looked at her as like, oh, yeah, I kind of like what this lady is doing. And this was even before, like I was a fan before, she started making music, even like Good Times and, being on Charlene on Different Strokes and all that. Like I've been down since day one.
Okay.
So that lady, I like her career trajectory. And, since she's become this icon that she is today, I know she's not, popping like Beyonce and all the other, current hot women that are out today. But yeah, I really felt like she was, at least for me, I related to a lot of her music, especially when the Janet album came out. I was in undergrad, and I think I was like maybe a freshman when it came out.
Okay.
So yeah, that album related to me a lot. And then like right after that, she came out with the Velvet Rope. By the time I was ready to graduate, and that album also, I related to a lot. So
Okay.
yeah, so my inspiration is female.
Yeah, that's your. Yeah, I've heard this years ago. Somebody said this that like, it was so interesting because now I start to pay attention to it. But they said that when a gay boy, comes into his own gaydom, whatever that is, that he is assigned a female pop star or music star
Right.
to be his muse per se. So that's your muse.
That's my muse.
Got it.
What about you?
Indirectly, honestly, would be someone like Iyanla Vanzant.
Okay.
And I've talked about her before. Like, I love the way that she's no nonsense, but she's no nonsense in a way that makes you think. And a lot of what I do is very analytical. I'm always analyzing situations, and I'm always looking at bigger pictures and going, okay, how can I break this down into component pieces that'll get me back to whatever it is? And I love the fact that when she's doing work with people, and I've done, a good bit of work on myself, actually, a lot of it through her, I've paid attention to some of the things that she said in her schools of thought, and I go, okay, this is interesting. Like I haven't seen this perspective, but I feel like I fall into a lot of what she's saying here, and I can identify with that because I've been in this similar situation. So I think that's one of the things or one of the people who has indirectly kind of influenced me. Now I'd love to meet her in person and be like, okay, hey, I am a member. A student, beloved, of your school of thought. So
yes, because she holds people accountable,
and I do that.
Yeah, and you ask a lot of questions.
I ask a lot of questions.
So that aligns.
And I won't get off your neck sometimes until I get that answer. So yeah.
All right. Would you rather always know the right thing to say or do the right thing?
So because I have a lot of training with words and language and stuff like that, I feel like what I say is very calculated. I've thought through what I want to say in most instances. I don't do that whole emotional kind of lashing out that a lot of people do. I usually think about that stuff. So knowing what to say is not what I would wish. Knowing what to do, I think more so would be for me, because there are times where I can say whatever I need to say and I can get my point across, but sometimes I'll do things that I'm like, okay, I shouldn't have done that. I probably shouldn't have done it that way, or I should have thought about this a little bit more. So what about you?
Opposite.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd rather know the right thing to say. And I guess for me, it's about the other people or person getting what they need as far as their feelings and comfort, recognized, versus necessarily doing the right thing. Because I feel like the right action will eventually come, but knowing the right thing to say kind of like tempers the moment. So if someone's about to like crash out and I know what the right thing to say is to bring them down from the ledge.
See, I can do that, but I just don't. I can't console you. I can sit here and tell you, okay, so let's think about it like this. Let's think this. Let's think about that. I can pull all of that stuff together, but I can't come over and like hug you and tell you that at the same time. Like it's like walking and chewing gum at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm like, I got to do one or the other.
You're
like,
not going to be let me hold your hand.
Yeah,
there,
beloved. Yes, let me show you how to make love to your husband. Yeah, no, I can't do that, But I know what to. I can talk you down a little bit and make you kind of see some things. Okay. Would you rather fulfill your biggest wish or resolve your biggest regret?
So I thought about this question because I, glanced over these a little bit before we started. I feel where I'm at right now, I would rather fulfill my biggest wish, because I feel like if I were to resolve my biggest regret, that would change the path that I'm currently at in this moment.
That's a good point.
And then, so I don't know what that would mean, but where I'm at today, and I know what my biggest wish would be, I feel like fulfilling that would be more impactful, because if I resolve my regret, things could be worse or better, and I don't know what that is. So I feel like trying to go and resolve something from way back when, or maybe from yesterday, could put me on a path like the butterfly effect, where it's maybe good thinking from the outside looking in, but long story, it's not. So yeah, that's me.
So I think I would be the same. It would be the same for me. I don't know that I had a lot of regrets. I think that the way that I think is everything happens for a reason, or everything is ordered a certain way. And if something didn't work out, I'm able to accept that it didn't work out. And I'm going, okay, maybe this is why it didn't work out. There are some times where I've wanted a redo on things, but I haven't regretted anything that I did. Like I've wanted to say, okay, you know what? I wonder how this would have played out this way. But just recently, I was thinking about that. I was like, I wonder if I had done this way, if this would have been different. And I heard a voice, say, to be honest with you, nothing probably would have changed, because had you not done this, you would not have seen this thing, and this would not have occurred for you to go, whoa, hold on, because you had blinders on. And because you had those blinders on, you weren't able to see everything in its totality. As analytical as you are, you weren't able to see everything in its totality. And so I said, okay, thank you for that. I appreciate that. You know?
Yeah. And I feel that too, because I feel like when you kind of, at times where I feel like, oh man, if I could have only had done this, or if I could have only done that, you know, and going back to what I was saying about the butterfly effect, when I feel like, oh, I should be more successful than I am. Oh, I wish I had done this. And I think about, what was that moment in time that put me on this path versus that path that I think I would have wanted? You know, what would have been the path where I could have had success being, say, a computer programmer or something like that? You know, all the other things that I thought that I wanted to be when I was younger, you know, what put me on this path? Was it one decision? Was it multiple decisions? And I don't think there's any way that we can really truly know an answer to that.
Yeah. Got you.
All right. What's a decision you are proud of?
Going back to school. I went back to school to get my PhD in 2015. And I am very proud of myself for finally doing that. Now, it took me being fed up with some things that were happening in life for me to finally go, okay, you know what? I need to do this, you know? And so that was the thing, that was the catalyst, me being fed up. But I'm so glad that I did it, because it has put me in other spaces and other circles and put me in a different marketing sort of bracket that now I really see my worth. Before, I don't know that I did. I saw that, okay, well, I know how to do this and I know how to do that. But it really has shown me my worth to the point that I don't let people talk to me a certain way. I know how to say no to certain things, and I know how to go, okay, nah, this is not how this is gonna go.
Setting your boundaries.
Yeah, the boundaries again, which again is should be my middle name. DBC, not DMC. Yeah. But what about
for me,
you?
similar thing was just going back to school. Like, and I may have mentioned this before, like I was scared even filling out the graduate school application, because I was like, man, my GPA is in the tank. And it's been, you know, at that time it had been like 10 years since I was in undergrad, and I was like, yeah, I don't even know how this is gonna work. But I got in, and I did way better than I did when I was in undergrad, because I had so much other shit that I shouldn't have been doing when I was undergrad. But going back to school then, I feel like was one of the best decisions that I made, because I learned how to study. And then I'm actually thinking about going back to school again.
Okay.
So I think, you know, I think we're both kind of like achievement hunters in that way. And I think because, you know, you're working in education, and I was always one of those people who's like, oh yeah, I'm in school to do this, I'm in school to do that, and always like getting these little milestones and things. And I feel like that kind of aligns with both of us, is just getting another achievement, because I haven't been to school in a while. I've got a couple of certifications. I need to work on something else. And I feel like maybe going back to school is my next achievement.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
What's something you wish you could tell your younger self?
You know, I wish I could tell that young kid to not be so scared of putting himself out there in certain situations. Not feeling like you have to, like, you know, hold back your personality and express yourself more. Because I think that's something that as I've gotten older, I've gotten a lot better with saying, this is what I want, this is what I want to do, this is who I am, these are the things that I like, versus trying to feel like I have to dial certain things about my personality down. Yeah,
I agree with that. It would be very similar to me, that it would be a situation of let yourself have fun. I was always so concerned about what other people would think about me versus just doing it and enjoying the moment and going, okay, I've experienced that, I'm good to go. You know, I don't want to do that again, or I enjoyed that. You know, it's always been that. And I've always sought the not necessarily the attention, but I've always sought approval from like my parents and my grandparents and stuff like that. And I've always wanted to be the person that never caused any problems, that never gave anybody any trouble.
The one that your parents and folks were proud of. Yeah, that's Darius.
Come in here come in here and do Woody Woodpecker for them. Yeah, come and do that impersonation of Woody Woodpecker. Whatever. Like it was that sort of thing. So it was that, and so that translated to when I got older, and I was still in that mindset of, okay, I can't do this because that's gonna look like this to somebody else, or I can't do this because that's gonna look like this to somebody else. So I wish that I could tell myself, okay, look, let go a little bit and have a little bit of fun, because you're not going to be able to get that back.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. All right. So I think we have time for one more.
Okay.
All right. So who is your celebrity crush?
I have a few.
Okay. Who's the main bitch?
Wow. The one that's sticking out to me right this moment is Prince Felder.
Okay.
You heard of him?
Mm-hmm.
Baseball player. He is... I don't know what it is about him. I don't know. I've had a crush on him for like a long time.
Okay.
And it's... I don't know that he would be my typical type.
Right. Now, I'm surprised.
Yeah, because you're looking at me like,
what?
Excuse me? Yeah. So I don't know if he would be my typical type, but I don't know. It's just, I don't know. There's just something about him that I'm like, okay, he seems really carefree. He seems really easygoing. His smile is infectious to me. And it's just like, I think he's shorter, people,
shorter than you.
Yeah. Well, people that don't know, like, I'm tall. Everybody for some reason thinks that I'm short because we're on this podcast, but I'm not really short. So he just seems shorter, and just, I don't know. And I've seen him on a couple of interviews, and I'm like, I don't know why I enjoy this person. So that's a non-obvious one for me. Okay. So I'll just stick with that one for right now. But there's definitely probably about another half a dozen more. But you?
Yeah, I mean, I have more than one too. But most people that know me know that it's Last Alonso.
Oh yeah.
That
I could have said that one, because you brought him up a couple of times, and I'm like,
that man,
that is you.
Could buy me for half a penny.
Okay.
Yeah, that is just something, and I've always liked him. I know that he's had like this glow up since he's been on the show on Amazon that he's on, The Boys. Okay. He's gotten a lot of attention for being on that show. But ever since I first saw him on screen, I was like, there's something about that dude that I just can't explain. Like,
I can't quit him.
I can't quit you. But yeah, that man, he does it for me. Like, and once he starts talking in Spanish, oh yeah,
that's it. Yeah, the basement is flooded.
Yeah, but he's very attractive, and he carries himself well. As I haven't heard any type of problematic statements coming out of his mouth. So yeah, that would be my celebrity crush. Good old Mr. Alonso.
Okay, yeah. Awesome.
All right, cool. All right, so that wraps up this special edition of Just Drawz. So thanks for joining us once again.
And we will catch y'all next time.
That's right. Peace.
We hope you enjoyed this episode. Now be sure to like, share, and follow us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, and Spotify at Just Drawz. That's JUSTDRAWZ. Until next time.
All right, cool. That is a wrap.
About how long was that?
I know we went over time because my timer has 4 minutes on it, and I know I started late.
Okay.
Because I was like, for some reason, I had it pulled up, and then I was like, I forgot to hit start. So I was like, well, it'll give me some kind of idea of where we are. So I think we're good.
Okay.
We got 2 shows, and we may be able to split that into 2, since we did kind of, because we kind of got a little birdie there. But it worked out.